Yo, what is up, everybody? I am back with another Ranger battle. Let's go for blue. This time it's going to be a Blue Ranger battle between Blue Ranger Billy from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus Blue Time Force Ranger Lucas. Alright, we're going to make this a short, quick videos as much as I can. We're going to compare their strength, their combat skills, speed, agility, their overall battle intelligence, who just has more battle intelligence during their fights, and of course weapons and equipment. So without further ado, let's start this battle right away. Alright, let's start in the strength department. Okay, when it comes to strength, Lucas tends to have more of a average kind of basic fighting technique, whereas when he does tend to grapple or throw a punch, there is some force behind his throws. There's some a little bit power behind his kicks or his punches, so it's there. You could clearly tell. Well, compared to Billy, Billy's pretty agile, but when it comes to throwing attacks like his punches or kicks, he doesn't really put in much force or power behind them. So overall, in general, I'm going to give the strength department to Lucas just for that reason. Alright, let's check out the combat skills. Alright, like I said before, Lucas tends to be more of a basic average fighter, where it's like I said, he tends to focus more on like the bronze side, the force, the power behind his punches, his throws and kicks, but he's not very agile, he's not very swift, or fancy or anything behind his fighting technique. So it's pretty basic, average, the way Lucas fights, compared to Billy, where Billy actually, by the end of the series, he was a very well trained martial artist. At the beginning, he was a slump, but by the end of the series, he trained throughout the whole series and increased his fighting skills and developed more and more as a character, as a ranger, and as a fighter. So when it comes to combat skills, I'm definitely gonna give Billy the point for that one. Alright, let's move forward. Alright, we're gonna talk about the speed and agility. Alright, when it comes to their attack speed, they both kind of do seem slow if you think about it. Billy's very agile when it comes to performing gymnastics and things like that, and counter maneuvers, but he's kind of slow when he does throw his punch. Same thing with Lucas. Lucas is pretty slow, just tends to focus more on force and power when he does connect. So when it comes to speed department, I'm gonna give it even. The agility wise, straight up, Billy wins this department big time. You can already tell, like Lucas, like I said, I see him more as a flat footer. Just tends to be just to be the cool guy. He's just more brawn than brain at majority of times, put it that way. Billy is very agile. He performs a lot of flips, gymnastics tricks during battle, and really helps him get an edge during against monsters and the putties. So when it comes to agility, Billy definitely wins on that. Battle intelligence, Billy again. Like I said, Billy tends to be way smart. He's helped Tommy build the Master Morpher. He's helped build the Risk Communicators. He's just always inventing new gadgets and ways to help his team, the Power Rangers, just always be a step ahead and beat their opponents. Billy's just overall very smart, and when it comes to battle intelligence, I feel like Billy will think more compared to Lucas. Alright, let's go straight to the weapons and equipment. Let's start with Lucas. Lucas possesses his standard Chrono Blaster, where all the Time Rangers pretty much possess it as well. He also has his Chrono Sabers, where he could use it in close range fight, do slash attacks. He can also power up and use full power mode and throw some kind of energy bolt attack on his opponents. As well, he can also charge up his sabers and do a super slash attack as well. So he also has the Time Strike attack as well, which is a pretty powerful attack. He also possesses the V weapon blasters, where all the Time Force Rangers possess as well. So it's a big cannon laser beam, better than the Chrono Blaster for sure. All right, Billy possesses a standard laser pistol that all the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers possess. He also possesses the Power Lance, where he could use it in close or mid-range and strike, block, or stab, you know? And on this battle, he's going to possess the metallic armor. Zordon mentions that the metallic armor should only be used for emergencies because it could have some negative effects on the Rangers' powers in general. But when the Rangers do use it, the metallic armor has been shown to increase the speed, strength, and the resistance to the Ranger's body, resistance against physical and magic attacks. So the metallic armor is pretty strong, and at some point Tommy was able to use some kind of shining blinding attack with it. So there goes that. But when it comes to overall weapons and equipment, Lucas just tends to have more arsenal. He just tends to have more like I said, more arsenal compared to Billy. As well, he could stop time, so that's a plus. So Lucas wins the weapons and equipment. Okay, here's the scorecard right here. Strength, Lucas. Combat skills, Billy. Speed, even. Agility, Billy. Battle intelligence, Billy. Weapons and equipment, Lucas. Alright, so overall it was kind of a closer scale the more I think about it, but everything comes down to, you know, that intelligence of Billy, you know, and metallic armor just able to kind of keep up against Lucas's weapon arsenal. So in overall general, I will declare Billy the winner on this with 4 out of 6 points, while Lucas has 3 out of 6 points. So overall in general, I'm going to give you guys a short battle scenario on how things will fly. Alright, here we go. So both stare at each other ready for battle, only 10 feet apart from each other. Lucas yells, "Time Force," and turns into the blue Time Force Power Ranger. Billy yells, "It's Morphin time." Triceratops turns into the blue Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Lucas makes the first move by sprinting to Billy with an attack, starting it with hand-to-hand combat. Billy stood in place, ready to counter any strikes Lucas is going to throw at him. So Lucas throws a right punch. Billy tends to block it with his left hand and uses his right hand to punch Lucas in the gut. And while that happened, Lucas got pushed back a couple feet after getting punched. Lucas gets angry and rushes at Billy, going all out, both throwing punches, kicks, blocking each other's attacks. Lucas will eventually counter and catch Billy's punch and throw and carry Billy over his shoulders. Billy's going to be hitting the ground at that point. Lucas will try to stomp on Billy, but Billy will roll away and stand up. From that point on, Lucas will get countered by Billy. Billy will start landing his punches and his kicks at Lucas, hurting and damaging Lucas. Lucas quickly takes out his Chrono Sabers. Billy will then take out his Power Lance. Both will battle with their weapons, with Billy having a small edge on experience. Billy will find an opening and kick Lucas on the chest, followed by leaping into the air and using a straight stab attack, hitting Lucas, causing him to roll to the ground. Billy rushes towards Lucas, but Lucas will get up and use his Chrono Saber at full power and shoots out an energy bolt and directly hits Billy, causing Billy to be pushed back and damaged to the ground. Billy slowly gets up. At the same time, Lucas leaps in the air and lands in front of Billy. Lucas uses his super slash attack from his Chrono Sabers and attack Billy directly. Billy goes down hard for a bit and eventually gets up. Lucas will use his time slowing power to slow down his surroundings and Billy himself. Lucas runs towards Billy in a fast motion. He uses his sabers to strike hard on Billy's Power Lance to disarm and make it fly away from Billy's hands. Lucas will perform a 3-strike combo hit and kick Billy, making Billy fly backwards a couple feet to the ground. Billy and the surrounding area were moving back to the normal speed pace. At this point, Billy knows it's an emergency and will need to use his metallic armor to have a better chance of winning. Billy gets up and yells "metallic armor" and now is geared up. Lucas leaps in the air and uses his time strike attack on Billy. Billy drops to one knee, taking a bit of damage. Lucas slows times again and runs towards Billy, but Billy surprises Lucas of the amount of speed Billy gained from his metallic armor, not even being affected by Lucas's time stop power anymore. Billy will fastly strike with punches and kicks at Lucas and disarm the Chrono Sabers off of Lucas's hands, and will eventually kick Lucas, causing Lucas to fly backwards a couple feet. Lucas brings out his V-Weapon blaster and aims at Billy. Lucas will shoot, but Billy will jump to the side, dodging it, pulling out his laser blaster and shoot at Lucas's hands, causing Lucas to drop the V-Weapon blaster. Billy quickly runs towards Lucas, putting his blaster away, grabbing his power lance from the floor, getting close to Lucas and striking away, hitting and damaging Lucas constantly. Lucas rolls to the side and takes out his Chrono Blaster and shoots a couple times at Billy directly, but it barely did any damage. Billy's resistance was just too much for Lucas with that metallic armor on. Billy will eventually finish the fight by continuing the close combat and finishing off Lucas with strike after strike with his power lance, weakening Lucas to the point that it causes him to demorph and run out of energy. And at that point, Billy will win the battle. So, in overall general, Lucas did have the better arsenal, more equipment for the fight, but Billy just had the intelligence, and that metallic armor really did and would help Billy out in this scenario fight. It will increase his speed where the time stop power that Lucas possessed wouldn't be too effective. At the same time, any physical damage that Lucas would try to do, Billy could just stop it with his hand or his knee and it wouldn't affect him. And literally, if Billy didn't have the metallic armor, I would favor Lucas more into this battle. It'll be still a close fight, but Lucas will eventually overwhelm Billy with all that Time Force power. Their power is just much better compared to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But thanks to that metallic armor, Billy just had a better chance of making an even score. In fact, turning the scorecards and the battle towards him. So in overall general, guys, let me know what you guys think of this battle scenario. Let me know what you guys think of this battle in general. If you guys want to see more Ranger battles, just let me know. Comment down on my Instagram page what you want to see. But yeah, just click that like button. Help support me with it, and I'll be sure to come back with more Ranger battles. So until the next video, guys, peace.